Hello and welcome to this edition of YES101's Visual Radio, bringing you the news. I'm Shalini Ratnavira. We start off with a look at your local news. The IMF mission chief for Sri Lanka says that the executive board of the International Monetary Fund completed the fourth review under the 48-month extended fund facility arrangement, allowing the authorities to draw about $350 million. This brings the total IMF financial support disbursed so far to about $1.74 billion. He says, quote, the EFF arrangement for Sri Lanka was approved by the Executive Board on the 20th of March 2023 in an amount of SDR 2.286 billion. The program supports Sri Lanka's efforts to durably restore macroeconomic stability by restoring fiscal and debt sustainability while protecting the vulnerable, safeguarding price and financial sector stability, rebuilding external buffers, strengthening governance and reducing corruption vulnerabilities, and enhancing growth-oriented structural reforms. End quote. In more local news, the Ministry of Digital Economy has announced that tenders have been called from Indian companies for the development of Sri Lanka's new digital identity card. According to Deputy Minister Ranga Weeraratne, the project will be completed within a 4-month period. India will extend support in the form of a grant amounting to 10.4 billion rupees to fund the initiative. The new digital ID card is expected to be launched by mid-next year. Moving on to more local news, the Minister of Public Security Ananda Vichepala says that new legislation will be introduced to address organized crime as the government moves to repeal the Prevention of Terrorism Act. He explained that at present organized criminals are detained and interrogated under the provisions of the existing Terrorism Act. However, with the government's recent policy decision to repeal the Act, there is a need for new legal provisions to continue effectively handling such cases. The Ministry of Justice is currently drafting a new bill to ensure law enforcement retains the authority to detain and question individuals involved in organized crime under updated legal frameworks.
International news.
In international news, US President Donald Trump has said that Israel has agreed to the necessary conditions to finalize a 60-day ceasefire in Gaza. During the proposed deal, Trump said in a post on Truth Social, quote, "We will work with all parties to end the war," end quote, without detailing what the conditions are. Israel launched a military campaign in Gaza after Hamas's 7th October 2023 attack on Israel, in which around 1,200 people were killed. At least 56,647 have been killed in Gaza since then, according to the territory's Hamas-run health ministry.
Sports news.
The first one-day international between hosts Sri Lanka and Bangladesh is set to take place today at the R. Premadas International Cricket Stadium in Colombo. Charita Salanka will lead the Sri Lankan side for the series, while Mehdi Hassan Miraz will captain the Bangladesh team. Sri Lanka enters the ODI series with a winning mindset, having recently secured a 1-0 victory in the Test series against Bangladesh. Today's match is scheduled to begin at 2:30 p.m. local time. That's a wrap of this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. Thank you for watching.